What does my life say about me? Can anyone see? Does it show I rock with the greatest? I can't get back the time I spent. Use the rest of it to show all the world how I made it. Put one foot in front of the other. I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking. I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking. Most High, I'm so grateful for your presence, and I'm grateful that you allowed me to rise this morning and be in good health and well-being. I'm grateful for the support that you are sending my way and for the new experiences that are happening each day. I'm grateful for the opportunity to see new things all around me, even in similar and familiar places. And I'm grateful for all of your people and their well-being and comfort, even in times of crisis and destruction. But I'm also grateful that you continue to protect and provide and direct us in your ways, and that you have left us so many instructions and many different avenues to receive your word and to have access to your throne. And I'm so grateful that I took the opportunity to get to know you better. And I ask that you watch over us and protect us and help me to set my ego aside so that I can be an authentic expression of your love. And I ask that you make me a clear channel, an open channel, that you can speak through me and act through me as you see fit for the highest good of your will. And I'm so grateful that you have humbled me to a place that I'm able to allow you to use me as you see fit, and also all the benefits that come from that as well, even through the difficulties. And I ask that you present me to people with open hearts that are ready to receive and make a difference in their own lives and in the lives of others. And I ask that the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable in your sight, my strength and my Redeemer. Through the blood of Christ and faith, I count it all done. I love you, and I'm so grateful. So it is. Divine Rising family and friends, supporters and haters alike, I'm grateful for your presence and that you have made a choice to spend some time with me today. I'm honestly I'm not really emotional, but I've been very contemplative over the past couple days because I found a journal that I've had in my possession for many years actually, but I never actually looked into it, or when I did, I didn't see the first page, I don't think. It was my mom's journal. I knew it was hers, but I thought it was empty. But yesterday, I opened it because I recently have gathered some of my old things, and I've been sorting through and purging things that I don't need. So I looked at this one and I saw the first page, and she had left an entry, and it was done. She mentioned in that entry that it was close to her 50th birthday and that she was ready to make a change in her life, and do things the right way and have the right kind of fun. Now, that's significant because my mom was a drug addict and she had gotten clean. She'd been to detox centers at least a couple times that I remember. And even as I became a grown-up, I dropped out of college and we got an apartment together. But even then, she was irresponsible and making not the best choices for herself or her children. But there was always a way made, and she always made sure that we knew we were loved. That's one thing I do remember about her. But the thing about this journal is that she actually passed away 2 weeks before her 50th birthday. So I'm not sure how soon before that this entry was done, but I'm pretty sure this was the last entry maybe that she made before she died, and this is the only entry in this journal. So I'm going to use this journal and continue the work that she was planning to do. This is what has started within me. It actually started a few years before she died, but it really snowballed, escalated itself after she passed, and I realized how short life is. So I decided not to continue being miserable, and that has taken me on a very long journey. She died in 2013, right before my son was born. And my ex-husband told me at one point, even though we were arguing and he meant it a certain type of way, and I kind of blew it off then, he told me that he felt like her spirit had gotten into me when she passed. And I blew it off. I didn't really think much of it, but the more that I am awakening to who I really am, and things have been revealed to me about my childhood and my family and different things, because honestly, I didn't really have the opportunity to know her as a person very well while she was living, because I was rarely with her. I was raised by my grandparents, and I have other siblings, but they were with her. I wasn't. And even as I got older, even, at the apartment, the damage to our relationship had already been done, and we were working on repairing that, but she had other priorities. But I said all that to say that in my search for myself and the truth and the Most High, finding the Most High and everything in between that has been revealed to me, I'm actually getting to know her better now than I did when she was alive. And I feel like my ex-husband might actually have a valid case to say that her spirit is with me. I know she's with me, but I feel like I am embodying her presence too. So I don't know. It's an interesting dynamic, and I plan on using this journal to explore myself even deeper and hopefully get to know her even more. I'm enjoying it a lot, and I'm finding gems that I didn't know she had, and things are being left behind to show me a way. And that's something that I want to do for future generations as well. Like everywhere that I go, I make sure that I leave things behind for people to find that can be beneficial if they choose to see it that way and use it. So I don't know. I said all that to say that, first, I miss my mom, and that I'm just amazed at all the ways the Most High reveals himself to me. and how He shows me the things that I need to see and the time that I need to see it, because I don't know how I would have handled this sooner or at a different time. And even some of the things that I've learned about my family and the people around me, I probably wouldn't have handled it as well before. I've made so many transitions, and so I guess that's why I've gotten to a point where I'm so grateful, and like I'm learning to pray again, because for a while I couldn't even really think of anything to pray about, and now I'm just at a point where I'm so grateful. Most of my prayers are just gratitude, but I'm learning to pray for everybody else too, because things are getting crazy, and honestly, I don't really want to be involved with all the craziness, but I also feel like I'm being called to contribute in some way. So I don't know. I'm learning to balance doing with being, because I'm not really a talker. I'm learning to talk too, but I'm more of a doer. And right now I feel like the Most High is calling me to stop doing so much and just be. And honestly, it's more challenging than I expected it to be. But I'm grateful that I'm in a space now where it is more easy to create a safe state of being. And I remarked to my roommate last night that, I'm so grateful even for him providing a safe space where I feel like I can just be and be safe, because honestly, I've grown up in this world and I haven't really felt safe in a long time. So I'm grateful for this time of rest, and I am excitedly waiting patiently. If that's, I don't know if that's oxymoron, but I'm waiting because I've been trying to do what I thought I should have been doing, and it hasn't worked well. But the Most High is showing me it hasn't worked because, number one, I haven't been putting Him first. Not to say that He wasn't in it, or that it wasn't my intention to include God, but I was doing too much on my own, and I wasn't depending on Him. And I've been being told to stop doing so much also because I create a dependency on myself for other people, and then I get drained and resentful when I don't feel like there's enough appreciation shown or reciprocation. So I feel like the Most High is telling me to rest now, and that will prompt people to seek Him. And that's also kind of bittersweet, because I know that, and I have experience, people don't react to that well when they're used to you doing so much and then you stop. So, but I'm also grateful that, like I said, the Most High has given me a safe space where I don't necessarily have to be directly impacted by the negativity that may come, or the lashback. But I also feel it very deeply. I'm empathic. I feel a lot more than people think I do, because I've developed a very, very strong poker face. But I really, I experience a lot, and I feel a lot, and I don't say a lot about it. But I'm learning to go to the Most High, and He gives me a peace and a comfort And then, I hear about the different changes in people's lives, and I just pray. I pray for their peace and comfort, and that they can open themselves up to be directed by the Most High, because that's the only real solace and joy that I found. I've looked, I won't say everywhere, but I've been searching for a long time, and I found some great things. I run into some awesome people, but nothing that I have found has been as amazing as this relationship that I'm developing with the Most High, and I'm so grateful. So I just want to encourage people that while things may or may not be going well for you, or if you're waiting for the Most High to do something for you, or if you're trying to do something for the Most High and things are not necessarily working well, or, there's a difference between being slothful and waiting patiently. But even in our waiting, we're not supposed to be doing nothing. We're supposed to be worshiping and praising the Most High, because He is amazing and He does so much before we even step out of bed. And so let's just take some time and reflect on all the ways that the Most High gives us what we need even before we can ask. And then He gives us what we ask for, even if it doesn't come in the way that we expect or want it to. And even when we're ungrateful for what we already have, He keeps providing, and He keeps showing us His love and His support in many, many different ways. And I don't want to take that for granted anymore. And I don't want to get to a place where I'm so distracted that I forget all the goodness that comes from the Most High and think that I'm doing it myself, or that somebody else is giving it to me, when I know where my help comes from. So let's start this day with gratitude and understanding that we can make a choice. I'm going to bask in the presence of the Most High as long as I can, because His glory is here, and I'm so, so grateful. And I'm not trying to flaunt that, but I am, though, because I want people to know that it's awesome here. Like, just come and see. But it takes some struggle to get here. But once you're here, man, in the presence of the Most High, you won't ever want to leave, because it's wonderful. And I'm going to put some scriptures in the description. I haven't really said any scriptures, but there's a few coming to mind about being in His presence and waiting patiently with excited expectation, knowing that He's going to do what He said He's going to do, and standing on His promises, and being still when He say be still, and walk when He say walk, because at the end of the day, He knows better than we do, and His ways are not our ways. His thoughts are not our thoughts. Oh, there's a scripture. I'll find it. But we just got to understand that even though we think we know, even when we grown, we are still, number one, children in His sight, and number two, in the grand scheme of the world and the universe, we are nothing but dust. But yet He cares so much for us, and He does so much for us on a regular basis, and I'm so grateful. So enjoy your day, family, and know that I love you. The Most High loves you, and let's find reasons to be grateful and make a choice to be happy, because it is a choice. You don't have to wait for something to make you happy. If you choose to be happy, you'll find all kinds of reasons to keep being happy. And even when I'm depressed, happiness surrounds me and chases me down. So plant happiness, and that's what you'll reap. I'm so grateful for you. Always. Enjoy your day. So it is.